Hi people, so I think you don't know it, but I'm quite someone who like what is, sorry, close from perfection, what is almost excellent. I really love excellency because it gives me a feeling of fulfillment. It is tasty. So, I will explain you in this episode more about the dimensional system, how I see it, and for doing so, I will use context. So I will specify the point of view. Okay. So first of all, we're going to do it as if I presented to you the dimensional system, as if you were an enterprise or someone, and I have to show you what it is useful for, how it works. But we will say that you aren't going to pay me. I do a presentation which is not an ad, so it will change my way of presenting it. So first of all, if you are an enterprise, when I say enterprise, I mean by that a group of people. Let's say you want to create a society. So when I say you want to create a society, this would mean that you have a place, physical place, where to create it. You have the rights, meaning the country around or your own country won't attack you because of doing it. So you have a legal right, we're going to say, even if legality is a creation of the man, but it means that you're protected. So you need a safe place. So let's say you have a safe place. And in our world, it would be, I don't know, you made a contract with a state and it's a country. Saying, for example, you're going to preserve nature and it will be a place of expanding of the knowledge of humanity, of creation and of this own country. Also, it could be a reserve for animals around it and the preservation of natural parks, for example. So this could be a deal between those people who want to create a society and the country. So the country will protect them. They won't be attacked, invaded, or stolen by people of the country or other countries. So they have their place. And then we will talk about the other side when it's an individual. So I would start by telling them, first of all, we're going to use some principles here, which are basic principles that need to be in the equation. First of all, those people need to be aware of the complexity of life. Okay. Second, they need to be a little bit open-minded because what is going to be presented to them will have a wide perspective. So they need to be able to have perspective on something, and for doing so, you have to be open-minded. Because if it demands you to have a bigger perspective than what you are used to, you need to be open-minded for accepting it and opening your perspective even more than what you were used to. So those people are open-minded and they know that the world is energy, meaning that there is two faces, what is evident and what is subtle. They understand, for example, that the sun shines and it warms us, but they also understand that the process of creation of a fruit by a tree is complex, takes time, it needs time, and it demands an association of different elements that are going to cooperate together for finally putting its fruit into creation. So this is a complex part of reality. Okay? So there is the subtle and there is the evident. We could say also the yin and yang, but maybe those people won't know it. Or what is spaceful and what is compact, or the white and the black. But anyway. So I will start by explaining them first of all. The basic aspects of it, because I need to be in truth, as I am working with truth and working for truth. So I can't hide the basic information, you know. For example, I'm going to tell them that it has been channeled. It's obvious because there is some information inside of this. Knowing that I am the person who channeled it and then it has been channeled would explain many things after it. Why do I understand it so easily? Why am I able to use it and to shift perspective inside of it? It's because it's inside of my energetical structure and I've channeled it. Why also I have a lot of wisdom on it? It's because I have been working on it, etc., etc. So it explains, for example, why they couldn't get the knowledge from somewhere else, because someone would tell me, but where do you have this from? So I'm someone who don't want to lie, and as a spirit, I don't feel the need to lie. I know universe protects me, so it is, I would tell them that it's channeled. So it would be the first thing. Then I would explain them what is basically the dimensional system. So, dimensional system is consciousness that had explained to me that the world is energy. And this energy, it can be either expanded, either contracted. Okay? By doing so, we get a center of energy which is dense or denser, and the periphery. Sorry, I have to check if it's the good color. So I see it better on my phone. That's crazy. Tired. So around it is the energy which is an expansion. So A. So it is less dense than the center. So the center is more dense because it is contracted, it is compacted, and the periphery is more subtle, it's less dense because it is expanded. So as you see it, I've done only the half because the other part is exactly the same. It can be seen either as a sphere with the center which is contracted on itself and the periphery which is expanding, or either it can be seen as a column. I'm going to schematize it here for you. I'm really enjoying this episode, making of this video. So okay, it is. So for those who it has been hard to understand until now, I'm sorry, it's how we do it, you know, as a conceptor. I have to put the introduction first. I have to put the basis first. Those introduction are like stepping stones, but you are not. You can directly skip to the knowledge, you know. For most people, this introduction will have a little bit of meaning at the beginning, and then when they will know more about the real knowledge and come back to those introductions, it will have a lot of meaning for them. They will have many information that will be lightened up by the knowledge they will have perceived during the teaching by the real information. So that's why now it can seem easier to understand. And also, yes, it is easier to do. It's more fun. We're gonna say I am more the little one than the big one while I'm doing this right now. So I've been telling you that this can be seen either as a sphere or as a column. A is the column, okay? This is the expanded part. This is the contracted part. So dense, subtle. If we take this column and put it as a line to simplify the image, what we end up having is it is the dimensional system. So this is the dense part. Okay, so this was the column. Now we have done the line, and I've made some schematic images for you to understand the functions of each part. So this is the dense part, as you see, the center dense, and this is dense. The more we go, the more we get to an expansion. That's why it opens. This is more dark and this is more white. That's the image of the expansion too. And the passage from more dense to more settled. And then we arrive at the upper part, which is 7th dimension and plus, which is about what is settled. Okay. I will stop here because when I stop is because I know that the next thing that is about to come will take like 5 minutes more. And I know that right now it would be great to close this video. So that's why I close it like this, and that's how I do my parts. Also, it's easier for me because I can rest between the parts. And I can upload too. It takes a little bit of time to upload. So guys, I hope you liked it. Don't hesitate to comment, to talk with me, I don't know, to ask me questions, to share experiences. Okay?